Hey y'all. So today I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and I'm gonna talk about something that's really, really personal to me. Before I do, I need to throw out a trigger warning. The subject matter of this video is suicide. Um, so when you're engaging in this content, just be mindful of your triggers and step away if you need to. And if you or somebody that you know is going through it, if you or somebody you know is having a hard time, there is a number you can call. The number is 1-800-273-8255. It's 1-800-273-TALK. That's the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and I'll be putting all their information down in the description below. So today marks 6 years. 6 years since my dad's death. That day, even today, was probably the hardest day of my life. And the thing is, I don't remember much about it. What I do remember is the little bits that I remember. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but it's there and it's vivid and it's ingrained in my memory. I remember waking up to a few missed calls and a text message, all from the same number. The text message said to give the caller a call back, and then it was about my dad, and they signed their name at the bottom, or they put their name at the bottom. If you're from where I'm from, everybody kind of knows where everyone, and everybody knows that name. Everyone knows that name. It's the coroner. And so I gave him a call. I had a conversation with my dad on the phone the night before. It seemed okay. He seemed okay. We'd made plans to talk the next day. He's going to talk to my kids for a little bit, and we're going to talk again. Instead, I talked to the coroner, who would explain to me that a jogger had found my dad at the bottom of the driveway, at the edge of the road, at the house where I grew up, back in South Carolina. He went on to say that when the police got there, they had suspected it was a hit and run initially because of the head wound. And then they found the revolver. This conversation lasted maybe 20 minutes. Most of it was him doing the talking, and me just standing there with this dumbfounded look on my face. Catatonic. just kind of numb to it all. Ready to wake up. The 20 minutes that it took for the conversation to end and for me to start wiping that dumbstruck look off my face. My wife had already bought plane tickets from where we lived out in Oregon out to the East Coast, and had arranged for her parents to watch the kids for however long it would take. I don't remember much about the drive to Portland International. In fact, I don't really remember any of it. Waiting for the plane at Portland is also kind of a blur. But I do remember my wife having me drink a beer to calm my nerves. Apparently I was a wreck. The flight, equally hazy. Although something that sticks out is that Alabama and Ohio State were playing each other in the national championship. It was on the plane. One of them won. We touched down at JFK for a layover. I remember that being the first time that I'd seen a duty-free store. I remember eating New York pizza and not even registering its taste. Took off again, down to Charlotte International. Don't remember any of that one. At the terminal, my uncle, he picked us up. We drove out to his house and stayed the night there. Went out to Seneca, South Carolina, my old hometown, the next day. After that, it was a flashing blur of meetings with lawyers and government officials, funeral home, my old pastor, old friends. There was one constant in all of that, though. It was pit. Right here. Just pit. Void. Like a black hole. At the funeral, it was mostly the same talking points. Your dad was so happy. He was never sad. I don't understand how somebody who's always smiling could do this. He's always laughing. After the funeral, we went back to the house where I grew up, where my dad died. We were over there with old friends and a bunch of my old daddies. Those were all of my dad's old buddies who helped raise me. I had a lot of people who helped raise me. We were all sitting around talking. It's about four of us. We all came to the grim realization that we'd seen this coming. At least once, he told all of us his plan. We just shoved it to the side, buried it. Because, no, didn't like him. My dad and I, we always had kind of a strained relationship. But that one broke me for a while. That one hit me hard. I tell you this for a few reasons. Number one, learn from my mistake. A lot of people's mistakes. Someone tells you they're going through it. Listen. if you're going through it, there's always someone you can talk to. There's some really good people over at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. They're damn good people. They work tirelessly to keep people alive, find people the help they need. If you or somebody you know is thinking about suicide, give them a call. This video is not sponsored by them, but my dad's funeral, I asked that people give money to this organization. If they wanted to buy flowers, instead donate money to these guys. They do good work. And they help a lot of people. They also have resources. How to engage with someone who's thinking about suicide, because in the society that we live in our culture, we don't handle that well. We brush it off. We don't take it seriously. Not seriously enough. They have resources that can help you. To talk about suicide in a real way. I'm also asking, in light of this being the anniversary of my dad's suicide and it being the year that it is, or I guess the extension of the year that it is, if you have means, down in the description, I'm going to put a link to donate to them. I don't receive any of the funds from this. This is all going to them because I believe in the work that they're doing. And right now, they need all the help they can get. So, moral of the story. Be serious about suicide. It's a real thing. Somebody comes to you. Listen. If you can't, for whatever reason, there are resources. If you're going through it, one 1-800-273-8255. It's been 6 years, and I'm still waiting on that call. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Thanks for listening. Y'all have a good one.